Talking to a lot of buyers that are telling me they're waiting for interest rates to drop. Let me tell you why that's probably a bad idea. Let's talk about it.
Locked on target.
All right, so let's talk about this first. First of all, first and foremost, this is not a political statement. This is just fact. 2024 is an election year. Interest rates have gone up. People are suffering. People are aggravated. What does that make you think may happen? I am confident, pure speculation, that interest rates are probably going to drop first quarter, second quarter of next year, leading into the election cycle, so the party in power can gain more momentum going toward the election. Doesn't matter which side of the spectrum you sit on, that's just probably a fact. How does that affect you as a buyer? Bottom line, here's where we are today. So interest rates, let's call it 8%. So if we're at 8% interest rate, a $575,000 house is going to cost you roughly $4,100 a month principal and interest. It's a lot of money. If you're in the market and you can afford a $575,000 house, it is a great time for you to buy, because what you can do right now is you can negotiate concessions like the seller helping you pay for closing costs, repairs. You're absolutely going to be able to negotiate appraisals and things of that nature. The bottom line is what we're seeing today is not quite a seller's or buyer's market, because we haven't shifted all the way over there, but it's leading into a buyer's market, which helps you as the buyer negotiate a better deal. But what happens if we wait and you wait to buy until interest rates fall? So let's say interest rates drop down to 6%. That same $4,100 payment drops down to, let's call it, around $3,400 a month. So principal and interest. So over the course of 1 year, you're going to pay a $9,000 difference in your price. So let's say interest rates drop a year from now, you bought the house today, interest rates drop, you go to refinance in a year, you've invested roughly $9,100 toward your house. But if you wait until that interest rate drops to 6% and you're going to get that $3,400 payment, let me tell you what you're going to miss out on. You're going to miss out on all the opportunity to negotiate those concessions, because here's what's going to happen. Everybody just like you that are trying to wait this out are going to wait to jump in the market until the interest rates come down. Interest rates come down, everybody comes in. So what you're getting right now with being able to negotiate those concessions, that goes away. For those of you who were either not on the market in 2020, 2021, or those of you who don't remember, people were offering $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over asking price for houses. They were waiving inspections. They were waiving appraisals. They were paying more cash out of pocket to buy homes that weren't appraising for that value. They were paying all their closing costs. Everything that you have the ability to negotiate today, you didn't really have that ability to negotiate on most homes as of last year. As of that time frame. So when interest rates drop down, you're going to see all that ability go away. But that's not all. Let's say you bought the house today, okay? Interest rates 8%. We talked about that difference in price. We talked about the difference in over the course of a 12-month period of about $9,100. So I put it out a video not long ago. Conservatively, prices will probably increase when everybody jumps back into the market. Let's call it about 10%, because that's a fair number based on history. So I've got currently I have a listing that's listed at $575,000. So let's say you were in the market for that house, and that $575,000 now goes to around $632,500 if it increases 10%. Now, if you bought that house today, are you getting an advantage from that or a disadvantage from that? Well, you're getting an advantage from it, because at your home value is going to increase because everything that sells around you increases. So if that's 10%, that house that you bought today in a year from now could be as much as $632,500 of a value, up 10% as opposed to 2 or 3%. That's after you pay your $9,000 extra. That is an additional $48,000 in net worth that you've just gained because you bought today. So what's the bottom line on that? So a year from now, you see interest rates fall, you've bought that house, you go back to whomever your lender is or whomever we suggest, and you refinance your house. You're able to take advantage of that lower rate, lower your payment, but you still gained all that net worth, which is what's net worth? It's wealth. You're growing your wealth. It only makes sense to buy the house today. It's actually, if you wait, you lose. Bottom line, if you can afford to buy that house today, don't wait. because it's going to cost you money.